Hi, I got a bottle of Alter Ego from Treehouse. I've had this one a bunch of times, but not in a while. This is basically Julius with Mosaic and Amarillo. And so that means it's 6.8% alcohol. This batch, I think was bottled around 2 weeks ago, maybe a little more. They don't put the dates on the bottles, unfortunately. They actually say an intense Mosaic and Amarillo dry hop. I feel like sometimes they've said that there's less Amarillo than Mosaic, which wouldn't be surprising. So let's just do it. What's interesting is the IPAs they put in bottles. Like they all say, they keep cold, drink fresh beer on there. So that means that Haze, Julius, and Alter Ego they all keep cold, drink fresh beers. Whatever. So when I poured that, I already got a nice whiff of that. And I can sort of see through it there. You can see my finger maybe on camera. Yeah, the haze seems to be distributed a little different in the bottles. Maybe they put a little less haze in there, because with cans, the little gutter ring in the bottom, like the haze and sediment kind of sticks down in that little gutter really well, but of course bottles don't have that, especially little bottles. So maybe they, I don't know, let the beer sit longer, clear out a little bit more so it's not all sludgy, and that's why this is like this. I don't know. I'll pour in the rest after I have a few sips, see if it changes. But head looks real nice. And yeah, the Julius base is a little bit more of a deep orange rather than green or even haze are a little bit paler. Yep, really peachy. Yeah, I feel like I don't get as much malt and yeast from this as Julius. Yeah, it's really just juicy, ripe peach. It doesn't have any of the weird, spicy, almost plasticky notes that I sometimes get from Mosaic beers. And the Amarillo, I don't know, just bring in extra orange, maybe. It's got some really sweet orange clementine maybe going on. And the head's sticking around pretty well. Smells nice. Now, this is probably one of my favorite Mosaic focused beers. It might just be how Mosaic interacts with their yeast, or how they brew with it, or they get lots of Mosaic hops, because sometimes I'm just not a fan of Mosaic forward beers. This one is good. Nice full body. Oh yeah, now I'm getting that classic sort of melon banana treehouse yeast flavor that's really nice. It adds some complexity to this, but it took a little while to come in. But now I'm getting it in the aroma too. Really full, soft, thick texture. It's not just like chalky. It's got like a full malt body. Like it would be a full bodied beer even if it wasn't hazy. And it's actually not that hazy. Let's see what happens when I pour in the rest of it. Yeah, there's a teeny bit of sludge stuck on the bottom, and that, didn't really do too much to it. But yeah, I could still even pour in more. I guess the top of it, now we got some yeast falling in there, but this really it's not that much hazier than a Hefeweizen. Looks a lot like a lot of German wheat beers, actually. Yep, it's good. Trying to see if I notice much bitterness. Now I'm getting a little bit of a sharpness, maybe from pouring in the sediment. But no off flavors, not too bitter, not too chalky, not harsh. Really good batch. And actually, I bought, I think literally maybe one of the 2 last 4-packs of this, because when I went and purchased them the morning I went to Treehouse, it said 2 remaining, and then it disappeared, and so I was lucky enough to get this, and it's in really good shape. I wonder if it was a smaller batch. Some people like to think that the bottles come from Munson. It doesn't say on there. It just says brewed in Massachusetts, so I have no idea. Why would you think that they come from Munson? They never bottled anything in Munson, did they? I don't think so. They're really nice and really fruity and bright and not too sweet. Definitely a little sweet, but got some bitterness. It's a 4.5 beer. Don't pass up the classics. They tend to not mess up these, but I've had some variants. Actually, all my Alter Ego batches I've had have been really good. I had one batch of Alter Ego that was not super great, but it did have more body and more oomph to it. That's it.